Cook is what I do, the chef is who I am. That's right, everybody. It's another edition of Fowled Up Cooking in the kitchen. This week, I'm gonna turn my FUCK video into a classic also. Duck à l'orange, or duck à la orange, for those of you that don't speak French. First, I'm gonna take my Long Island duck. We're gonna use the body and make stock. That's right, remember the stock video? Fortunately for you, I have already taken the liberty in making my own stock. So there's no need to show you again. This duck à l'orange is gonna have a sauce gastrique. We're gonna add the zest of an orange, the juice of the orange, shallots, garlic. I'm gonna finish it with some Grand Marnier, which is an orange liqueur. So come with me, Daffy.
Oh, this is my very favorite show. I never miss this one.
Now, this duck comes with all the parts. So this is not usually where you find the neck, but that's where they put it because it's easy, like a pocket. And then they give us the liver. That duck liver, we're gonna save that. Can't be alive without the dum 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 dum. I love sticking my hand up an animal. The liver, or the puppix, if you will. So now that that's done, we got this big chunk of fat where the neck is. That's where it probably should have been. This is the head. So we're gonna cut that. We wanna save the fat because I'm gonna render this fat down just in case I wanna do a leg confit. So first, we're gonna run down, make one incision on the top of the breastbone. You wanna feel the breastbone with your knife. Try to get all the duck breast off in one. See how I'm making long strokes? We're gonna work around the wing and then right off. And then we're gonna take off this silver skin because it tends to be tough. That's one. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Boom. And then we're gonna take the wings off. And then we're gonna take the legs and kind of break it from the backbone. And then just kind of follow it down the body. Legs for confit. I think we did it for our tacos. If you look at that video back in the day, the black lacquered duck with mango salsa. Let's get rendering so we can get cooking. First, we take our duck breast with the meat side up. Salt, pepper, pat it in there. You want everything to taste nice and seasoned. And then we're gonna turn it over. Just a little bit of salt on the skin. I don't like all those black dots all over it. Pepper. I have a hot saute pan. It's gotta be hot because you don't want it to stick. See, look, dry, hot, no oil. You'll see why in a minute. Ready? Get some sizzle going. We're gonna turn the heat down because we don't want to burn the skin, we want to crisp the skin. So we're rendering out the fat from the skin so that we're left with those nice crunchy, crackling duck skin crunch. Move it around, make sure it's not sticking. And as you can see the fat starting to come out of it. Now we're gonna let that sear for a couple of minutes. Now it's about the time we put it in the oven. You don't want to cook this too much. I'm gonna say about 16 to 18 minutes because we want to do I like medium rare to medium. Let's take a little bit of fat though. Let's go into the oven. While that's cooking, let's make the à l'orange. We're gonna take our diced shallots and garlic, saute it in the duck fat. The duck allows you and gives you all the necessary ingredients in order to use all parts of the duck to make the sauce. That's why I take the fat. So we give that a quick saute. And here's where the whole gastrique part comes in. I have granulated sugar. And we're gonna let that sugar caramelize. It's gonna turn to liquid, it's gonna caramelize. It's best to use a Teflon pan because that sugar is gonna stick. Everything about that is you're fucked. It's sticking. Hence the fact the episode. Once my sugar has caramelized, I'm gonna add my white balsamic vinegar to deglaze the pan. And it's gonna lift everything up off the bottom of that pan. It's also gonna give us an acid background flavor because all we're using right now is sweet. We're using oranges, we're using the zest, we're using the booze, the sugar, everything's sweet. So we need something to cut that sweetness with. That's why I'm using the white balsamic. We're gonna reduce this down a couple minutes. Then Grand Marnier, the orange liqueur. You know it's gonna happen now, right? Only half of it. Ooh, not so bad today, camera guy, you're lucky. Once that flame is finished, our alcohol has been cooked out. We're gonna add duck stock. We're gonna take the zest from the orange, a couple scrapes. Don't waste it. So if you've never segmented citrus, this is how we do it. And then you just wanna go with your knife around, pulling away the pith, because the pith, the white part, this white part is bitter. And then you're gonna hold it in your hand and you're just gonna go and see segments. And then I'm gonna take whatever's left and we're gonna finish our sauce with it. Now we taste it. That little bit of salt's gonna bring out all the flavors. Don't wanna put salt in too early because while the sauce is reducing, so is the salt. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for some thick bubbles. All right, I think we're about where we wanna be. So now, we're gonna put our orange segments into our sauce. Whatever juice we got on the cutting board. Give it a little bit of a stir. Oh yeah, see that? Nice and plump. It's firm to touch. Let's turn it over, see what we're looking at. Yeah, nice crispy duck. I'm gonna put this on the plate in which we're going to serve it because I want those duck juices with my sauce. We let this rest around 5 to 6 minutes, and then we're gonna slice it. So I got this crispy skin. I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna cut it on the breast side up because it's easier to cut, and we're gonna turn it over to present it. So we give it some nice slices, go thin. Hear that crunch? And then we're gonna turn it over and fan it out on the plate. Now we get our a l'orange. See how the sauce is nice and thick? And we're gonna spoon it onto and around to the plate. Again, you worked hard to make the skin crispy, so you don't wanna douse it with the sauce or else it's not gonna be crispy anymore. But you do want it on the meat. And that's another edition of Fowled Up Cooking in the Kitchen.